Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Marcel McDowell here. I'm a photographer based out of Maryland. This is going to be a quick video about what's in my bag. I want to show you guys what I use to shoot with and also how I use artificial light as well. So again, I'm a photographer based out of Maryland. This is going to be a really quick video about what's in my bag just to kickstart my YouTube channel. First things first, I'm a dedicated Sony shooter. I like to use Sony bodies because at the time I started shooting, their EVF was my favorite to use between other major brands. I chose to go with EVF for electronic viewfinder as opposed to an optical viewfinder. So let me get started. I've used a couple Sony bodies. First one is I have the A7 III. This is my backup camera actually. This is a recent purchase. My main camera is the Sony A7R III. It has a battery grip attached to it as well, for those of us who have like larger hands. Let me show you what the lens I use as well. First things first is my 24mm lens. 24mm is what you use for wide angle shots. So this is my 24mm f1.4 G Master by Sony. Okay. My next lens is a very unique lens by Sony, and I'm gonna do a different video about how unique this lens is. This is a 100mm STF G Master f2.8. My next lens is the portrait lens 85mm f1.4. This is also a G Master lens. I was trying to just show the numbers there. There you go. My next lens here is another prime lens. This is a Sony 135 G Master f1.8. And as you can see, all of these lenses here, they have built-in aperture rings, so you don't have to use the in-camera feature. Let me bring it in focus. They have built-in aperture rings, so you don't have to use the in-camera feature for aperture. You can hear it clicking, so you know you're getting accuracy when you're choosing your aperture. If you don't want it to click, you can just change the click to off. Let me just go there. And that click feature will go off and you can make it smooth. That's normally used for videography. All the lenses have that. Well, all the prime lens from G Master have that. My next lens here is a zoom lens. It's kind of large actually. This is the 70-200 f2.8 G Master. No aperture ring on this. But it's a constant aperture of 2.8, and of course you can stop down in camera if you don't want to shoot wide open at 2.8. Let me take off the lens hood there so you can get another look at it. G Master lenses also have these buttons here. There's 3 of them on this one in particular, one here, one there, and one on the bottom. Those are normally known as focus hold buttons, allowing you to acquire your focus. Use the button and you can move the lens anywhere you want without losing what you originally focused on. But these buttons are also able to be assigned to other features as well, and you'll see a list of those in camera. But these are normally known as focus hold buttons. Last but not least, as far as lenses go, this is Sony's, one of Sony's recent releases. Oh, not this one. Sorry. This is one of Sony's recent releases. This is the 35mm 1.4 G Master. And if you'd like to see some of the shots, I'll have some of the shots I've taken with these lenses at the end of the video, if you want to hang around for that. That was one of Sony's recent releases, the 35mm 1.4. Came out, I believe it was it was released on, first it was supposed to be released on February 22nd, and then it was delayed to April 12th, I believe. So that one is a lens I haven't really done much with. It was just delivered just the other day. But I did take a few shots with it just to test it. And again, I'll have some shots of all these lenses towards the end of the video. Whenever I use artificial lighting, I use strobe for the most part. And I'm gonna show you what I have here. Oof. This is a Flashpoint Explorer 600. It's a 600 watt per second light. I use this for artificial lighting when I want to overpower the sun, or at minimum when I want to expose for the ambient, you know, the background, and then fill flash with my subject. That's if I'm using this outdoors. If I'm using it indoor, of course, it's a studio setting. I'll just use this with a combined controlled natural light that's already indoor. Or if I don't want any natural light, I just want to use these, then I'll just go ahead and just go with this Flashpoint Explorer. And what's better than having one Flashpoint Explorer 600? Having two. This is another, I just turned it on actually. Bang, look at that. This is another Flashpoint 600. One of these I normally use for key light, and the other for fill flash. If I'm using those, then I'll of course use a modifier with them. I don't have them with me now, but I use mostly a 36-inch on one and a 48-inch deep parabolic on the other. And I'll show some shots with that I've taken with those as well. Again, at the end of the video, if you want to hang around. Sometimes I also use for artificial lighting LED lights, which are these. This is the small one. This is a rotolight. This is an LED light. It's continuous. The batteries are charging now, so I can't show you how they work, but there are some knobs on the back here. This screen tells you the power output. It tells you other things as well. There's a built-in flash also in this light. In case the light itself is not powerful enough, there's a built-in flash in here as well. I actually have 3 of these. This one has also a diffuser on the front to make the light softer, but it is removable. I'll show you some shots I've taken with these also at the end of the video. So that was just a quick what's in my bag, so you guys would know what I use when I shoot. Just like, comment, subscribe, stick around for some great photography, and I'll see you guys next time.